Hello, it's Annalisa Christensen here. Um, I think I've missed another couple of days, so I'm going to do a quick catch up. I'm still doing the daily good action, not always managing to get to the video. One of my biggest problems being the time it takes to upload. Anyway, let's go through some of the things that I have been doing. One of those things was I did another article for the environmental group, and as it happens, something brilliant that came out of one of the articles that did get published last week was that some very nice person sent £200 to the environmental group and said they'd read my article and sent that in. So that was kind of nice. I really like that. I feel like I've made a little difference there, so that's good. What else have I done? Last night I went to the art group that makes the plastic mats, the weaves the mats for the homeless people. As it happened, I didn't actually do a mat, but made my first ever pillow, which you make a pillow that gets wrapped up inside the mat, and then it all gets rolled up, and a handle is put on so that it can be carried around easily, and it's very light. It's a little bit bulky, but it's light. And the one best thing about it is, even if it gets wet, the water drips out, it doesn't remain soggy, it just dries out, so it gives that layer to keep somebody off the ground. But the pillow is the little extra bit, just that they can fold up and sort of put underneath the head, make them a little bit more comfortable. It's those little things in life that really matter. Anyway, so I did my first ever pillow last night, which was really cool. Today, what have I done today? Oh yes, I went shopping, and I was actually just heading out the door, and then suddenly realised that I hadn't given a donation to the food bank this week, so I went back and put that I just bought a replacement Christmas pudding. What happened to the last one? I put a Christmas pudding into the basket for them. So somebody somewhere will have a nice Christmas pudding, because it's kind of nice to have little treats as well as, like, sort of like necessity foods. So hopefully somebody will pick that as one of their little items to have for Christmas or something. There was something else I did which I can't remember, and I'm probably not going to remember now. So that'll do anyway, because that's 3 days worth, and it was yeah, what is it, 66, 67 and 68 good actions. So hey, I didn't even notice that I'd passed the 2 month cycle. I didn't even notice I'd passed the 2 months point. So yeah, I've been doing this for more than 2 months now, and I will have to do an update actually about the changes in my life because of what I'm doing, and the fact that I'm choosing to do good actions every day. It's not just helping me, but the changes in my life is actually significant, but it's also helping other people. So that's really cool, and I'm really enjoying keeping to it, and I'm really glad I'm making myself accountable to keep to it, because otherwise it's very easy not to. Although one of the things that I have found by doing it every day, I've kind of normalized it. So it's hard sometimes for me to actually see that I'm doing a good action. Sometimes it feels like I'm just doing an everyday thing, sort of when I even when I put myself out to do it. For instance, yesterday I deliberately allowed somebody to come out of a side road who was really struggling, and it was an action that I could have on its own counted as a good action, but I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think to use that, so it kind of ups the stakes a little bit. which is no bad thing. But I have to also remind myself I don't have to do increasingly more and more. All I'm aiming to do is one good action every day. If I do more, that's cool. But my goal is just to keep to that good action every day. The fact that sometimes I don't count the good action, you know, that's I'm just going to let that slide. But I have to also remember not to be too hard on myself, because sometimes, as I say, these good actions um, do become daily routine. Not routine, but they are normalized. I don't necessarily think of my good action as a good action anymore. It's just something I do. So, if you do this yourself, bear that in mind. Don't be hard on yourself. If the good action you do is just a little thing or something that you actually have done before, it still counts as long as you consciously decide to do it. Okay, so I hope you've started on your journey of doing good actions. I know Tim in America has, and I know Rihanna has. So anyone else who would like to join us, that would be really cool. Take care and talk to you tomorrow. Bye.